You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free.
Sulfur soap has some antimicrobial. Maya! Hi guys, I'm Maya Bradley and welcome back to my video. So, in today's video we're talking about sulfur soap, and so I just want to say I'm not a dermatologist, I am not an esthetician, but I do have oily, acne prone, and sensitive skin. So, I thought we would talk about sulfur soap because it could help you guys, someone that's really dealing with acne, and so I want to go over the benefits of it and kind of why it's used and why no one really mentions it. So let's get started. Okay, so I've been waiting. I don't know, you guys should subscribe to the channel Dr. Lee, because they're two dermatologists and they help me out so much. And you have to take everything, not with a grain of salt, but you also have to talk to your own dermatologist. You know, they may recommend products, but like don't just think, oh yeah, they recommended it, they're a dermatologist, like I can use it. Like you have to know that like everything they recommend you may not be able to use for your skin, but they're letting you know like it's okay for people with this type of skin type to use these products. Does that make sense? So like if they're like, yeah, you can use that ordinary AHA, BHA peel, but that doesn't mean you actually should use that peel because you have sensitive skin, and so that could irritate your skin. So that's why it's good to talk to your dermatologist, it's good to talk to your esthetician, and it goes to the same, oh my words. The same thing applies with sulfur soap. So I have my sulfur soap in this little dish tray that I got off Amazon. It smells, ooh, sulfur is strong, but not as strong as the sulfur mask that I've had. So it's yellow, and I'll show the box. I'll link it down below. I think this was only $10 or $11, which is one of the cheapest sulfur products that I found. So that was recommended to me by my Curology dermatologist. So let's get into sulfur soap here. Okay, so all this information I found from healthline.com, and I'll put, you know, that down in the description box if you kind of want to read some things on your own. I just picked, you know, the highlights and that we could have this kind of discussion together. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'm so thankful for all 116 of you. So I hope you're doing okay. Grab a snack, get a drink, and let's talk about some sulfur soap. Sulfur soap has some antimicrobial. Maya! Okay, sulfur soap has some antimicrobial properties that are used to help treat acne or other skin conditions, okay? But here's one disclaimer that I'm going to say. Do not mix it with salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. This is someone who's done this and had to pay the price for it. Skin went insane, but I did not know that, so we'll get to that. But it's also more gentle than benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid. So some dermatologists or estheticians will recommend it to people that have mild to moderate acne, but have sensitive skin, right? Because usually when you have acne, you're like, okay, we gotta really treat this. Let's just go hard and just like be harsh, and that's not always the case. Actually, that can actually end up very bad. So sulfur is used for people that have sensitive skin but have acne, and you're like, I can't really use salicylic right now. I can't really use benzoyl because I just react, and it's crazy. It's not a purging stage. It's literally like irritation. So that's why sulfur is used, and I would say it's more of an old time acne remedy, and I want to share this with everyone. So that's why Dr. Lee has been talking about that they're going to do an episode on it, because it's really good. It's beneficial. I feel like it can be beneficial for a lot of people. So that's why I'm talking about it. Okay, I don't need to keep saying that. Okay, so sulfur soap dries out the surface of your skin and absorbs the excess oil like like sebum that are causing those acne breakouts. So that's literally like what it does. So if you have acne, like mild, a little bit of moderate, that's really like the cause of your acne. It's like that dead skin cells, very clogged, too much oil. So it's kind of just like absorbing that and drying it out. Does that make sense? So to me it makes sense because if you think of like mild acne, people with whiteheads and blackheads, that's literally what it is. Like the dead skin cells, excess sebum is causing those breakouts. So it's more effective for people with mild acne. When I say mild, I don't just mean like, okay, you only have like 2 pimples on your face. And if you have more than that, then you can't use sulfur. Like, it's just like you could have so many pimples on your face and it can be considered like mild and a little bit moderate because it's like mostly whitehead or blackheads. And your dermatologist esthetician will let you know what you have. I mean, I'm not about to be like, okay, if you got this size pimple, no. So moderate acne is more like those papules. I think that's how you say it, papules. Yeah. And it can help a little bit, but it's just not as effective. And then if you have severe acne, like that cystic acne, you're gonna need something a little harsher. So that's with sulfur, basically. Now, from the Dr. Lee channel, I learned that pretty much all acne is hormonal, which makes a lot of sense. But I had high testosterone, and so I was having a lot of, hormonal breakouts in my cheeks, jawline, chin area. And I kid you not, sulfur was the only thing that could get rid of that. So like it basically how it worked was, and I'll put images on the screen of what my acne was before and then what it looks like now. So much better, hallelujah. But I had papules, I got rid of the cystic acne pretty fast, that hard, painful bumps. But I had some papules, I had whiteheads, blackheads, and they're just kind of all over. And then it was like I'd wash my face morning and night with the sulfur soap, and then the next day the pimple was gone or it literally diminished. And my mom's using it now because she's breaking out, and she's like, this stuff really works. I'm like, I know, and it's so affordable. This was like, I think $11, and I like it. My face feels squeaky clean. I have really oily skin, so like I don't get dry from it. Now if I had makeup on and then I love to wash my face with sulfur after I wear makeup just to get that deep clean, but sometimes my face can feel a little drier, so then I will put a light moisturizer on before bed. I don't mix any of my Curology formula, which is like the acne treatment that they gave me. So whenever I use my sulfur, I don't use my acne treatment. If I'm going to use that AHA, BHA, which I just started kind of adding it back into my routine, it's a SkinCeuticals exfoliating wash, or I use the cream. What I do is I'll use sulfur one night, then the next morning I'll use my Very Gentle soap, the Vanity cream. I'll also link down below. And then that night I'll use Vanity cream again, and so then the next day when the sulfur I feel like it's completely like off my skin, then I'll use the AHA BHA exfoliating wash or cream, and I do that once a week, which has been really nice so far for my skin, because right now I'm in the process of just kind of getting rid of my acne, but now I'm really focusing in on those dark spots. And cool thing, didn't even know while I was researching, sulfur also can help get rid of your dark spots. Awesome! Because dark spots are really annoying because it looks like you have a lot going on in your skin, but really it's just blotches. Like, people will look at you and be like, wow, she's a lot of acne, and it's like, no, these are just blotches on the face. So I really want that even skin tone, that healthy look to my skin, where I don't have to wear like foundation or whatever to have that even tone. So I've been also incorporating a vitamin C, but we'll keep it on sulfur for this video. So some products that I would recommend for sulfur and that was okayed by my dermatologist was the Peter Roth sulfur. Sulfur mask, but you can also use as a spot treatment. So I'd say that's the most expensive one. Then there's a ZO sulfur mask that you can also use spot treatment. I did use that, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this soap is way more effective. I feel like sometimes the ZO sulfur mask kind of loses its effectiveness after a couple of months. It's like it just won't, the pimple just like I ain't going nowhere, you know, so that's like not as good. And then I also have she also recommended this ointment, so I was choosing, they're both very affordable. I was choosing between the ointment that I'll pop on the screen and then this soap here, and I went with the soap because the ointment, you put it on your face, leave it on for 10 minutes, and then you wash it off. I was like, I don't know how I feel about putting an ointment on my face, and I have oily skin. I just feel like that's not gonna end up well, and some of the reviews were saying that they still broke out, and I was like, no, because I got really sensitive skin, especially at that point. I was like, no. I've actually had skincare anxiety. I don't know if anybody else has that, where you have all this acne, you also have sensitive skin, and you're trying out these products that are supposed to be beneficial, but then they cause more acne, and it's not purging, it's irritation. And then you're just like, God, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to get rid of this. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Because your dermatologist and your esthetician, they don't 100% know it's going to work for your skin, right? They're kind of just there to like recommend products and tell you details about your skin, but only you really know what works. And they also will be like, nah, that irritated your skin. Like, you shouldn't use that, you know? So this is Sulfur soap, and I think it can really help someone. I think if you have dry skin, because my dermatologist was like, start out like a couple times a week, right? So I would say that. Start out, whatever skin type you have, start out Sulfur soap a couple times a week, and then kind of like, you can increase it. I probably use Sulfur soap maybe 4 times a week, but spaced out. I try not to do it like back to back to back to back. So like, I don't do that to my skin. Make sure you have a good moisturizer. Oily skin gals, I still use an oil-free light moisturizer like Gel Lake. I just bought one for matte. This also helps you if you have oily skin, not look greasy and wet looking by the end of the day. You're still gonna have some oil. Come on, you have oily skin. You're always gonna have oil no matter what you do, so at least you're not gonna get wrinkles. We not gonna get wrinkles, like, so that works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions about Sulfur soap. If you want me to expand on anything else, everything will be linked in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye, guys.